there, we'll get a healthy chat going, and we'll be able to prioritize and figure out what we should do next. Right, here we are with an example. This is a partner that we work with, and what it's looking at is their first page impressions, the Airbnb insights information, and really what the Chrome extension does is just goes and grabs this and tries to organize it in a way that David and I and the people we've spoken to think might be a little bit more intuitive, a bit more enabling to take action from. So I'm just going to go through it from left to right, and hopefully this will make sense for you. So what we pull is chunks of data in 4-week time slices, we call it. So we're looking from yesterday, and then what was the position the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that. This particular property is beautiful lakefront, very, very high end, but probably in the slower part of their guest visiting season and not quite in the booking window yet. So this is when a close look, and this is where this information can be really useful. So starting off with the page views, so this is the number of people who've been to the actual specific property listing page. People can reach that obviously from a Google search, but the vast majority are coming through the front page of Airbnb. They'll put the destination in, and they'll hit search based on the number of bedrooms, number of people, and their dates. This is what the first page impressions is all about. So we can see with our friends at the lakefront, 4 weeks ago, they were featured 676 times in search results. The way that this is represented by default in the extension right now is it's looking at the previous 90 days of searches, which is a fixed variable we get from Airbnb, and then we can choose, and the date range we've chosen is the previous 90 days of searches for the future 90 days of arrival. So what we're seeing here, 676 people as of March the 3rd were searching for the 90 days after March the 3rd, and they did their searches in the 90 days before that. 163 people click through, and now you can start to see what the click-through rate is between first page appearance and then click-through into individual page view. That's a really important metric. If you're not getting very many click-throughs from your search results, it's a good place to look, and we always say start at pictures, prices, and reviews, PPR. That's where people will see you and 19 other options, and optimizing those three at the very, very first glance, first impression, just a millisecond, is going to certainly increase that click-through rate to your page. What's interesting with these first page impressions is they've actually been going down these last 4 weeks. So what I infer here is it's probably had some spring break demand in here, and now spring break's kind of over, and there's not much going on in the next 90 days after March 24th. The summer booking season hasn't really begun. One thing I am liking is that whilst the first page impression has dropped down, the page views have stayed pretty good. So what that means is that what we call the search to look ratio has gone up quite substantially. The next variable we're going to talk about is the first page impression share. What this means is, Airbnb is in business. It's going to put your listing up on the first page alongside all the other options that may be available to the traveler. Obviously, in a very, very big market, you don't get to be on the first page all that often, depending on the amount of supply and the amount of demand. This property has an extremely high first page impression share. That's a good sign, and what it means is Airbnb is liking that listing, and it wants to put it on the first page. So one of the reasons why this page view number stayed so high is that we've seen a big jump in first page impression share. The reason behind that, we don't know, absolutely. What Airbnb is probably seeing is some booking volume right here. This line here is bookings made just in the last 7 days. Airbnb's seeing some booking volume. They're seeing some revenue, seeing some guest fees. They're saying, hey, luxurious lakefront seems to be getting it right with pictures and their pricing. Let's get it on the first page, because when people see it on the first page, they like to click through. That's a nearly 30 nearly 30% click-through rate from the search results into the individual page. So Airbnb's making money; they're happy. So they are seeing definitely an uptick. So that is very good to see, and that is where the first page impressions come in. Focusing on over here, and this is an area where the owner knows we've got some work to do. This is a relatively new listing on Airbnb. It doesn't have any reviews yet. So one of the strategies we put in place that resulted in these bookings coming through is we did start to play a little bit with the rates, because what we're keen to get is some happy guests through the property, having a great time, hopefully building this into a 5-star score, which again will drive the flywheel: first page impressions, click-throughs, more page views, more bookings. We're just heading in probably 60 days away from the prime booking window, so if we can get some momentum going now, then that is good. So that is my hospitality insights. Everybody's got a different opinion. We keep trying things until we find something that works. I have absolutely no claim that my advice is any better than anybody else's. But that's some of the things that I've learned over the time. But what we're really here to share with you is that now this kind of information is available for your listings through your Chrome extension, and it takes about somewhere between 3 and 7 seconds to get this at the touch of a button. We hope it's a good tool, and we hope to be talking to you and getting to know you on the Facebook group. Thank you.